anything from NY Amazing stop them if they have anything to say about it. They had a really great run through the pre-qualifiers, and I mean, coming out at first seed, you can imagine that they had really strong base building in particular. They didn't necessarily have the highest average star or hit rate. In fact, their hit rate, I think, might have been one of the lowest for the 6 teams that made it through, but they are known for having fantastic base building. It's all up to NY Amazing to try to crack through. The first attacker will be NY Dragon.
And he is coming in with the Electro Dragons. The first time we're seeing it being used here today. The Double Rage Grand Warden ability is the classic move. Early Warden, actually, for typical E-Dragon attacks. You want to get through potentially initial traps, through those defenses, and get those E-Dragons to chain into the middle. With the next Rage freezing up the Sweeper, he's going to Rage over the Town Hall, freeze it as well, Woody. He's trying to get all his value. Finally, that Town Hall goes down.
Gets it down for the first star. And as you mentioned, a lot of players have been switching over to the Sky Grid, going in with the Dragon Riders. Instead, this Electro Dragon attack gets massive value by chaining lightning onto buildings that are closely packed together. That's what I'm seeing a lot in the bottom and kind of the mid sections of the base. But back on the other end, on the right side and the top, those buildings are pretty highly spread out. And NY Dragon is really starting to fizzle right now. The Electro Dragons have just completely missed the course. So even though they got that first star, I think 3 is going to be a tricky call.
Oh, wait, hold on. The Queen and her ability can come up clutch.
Okay.
The Royal Champion trying to go into the middle. Does have her. No! He pulls the Lava Hound out, which is going to stall her in her
tracks. The multi goes down.
Here.
There's still an Electro Dragon up top, but finished off by the air defense. That Queen is just going to be too little too late. The most powerful unit in chess and an incredibly powerful attacker in Clash of Clans, but cannot finish off what's left on the inside. That gooey core still waiting to get a bite taken out of it. NY Dragon won't be the one to do it. An 88% 2-star on defense for 11 original, newly renamed to Elevate.
Yeah, and Dragon for Amazing, unfortunately, was not able to get those E-Dragons to get the best chain. That Rage spell right there just kind of missed them, so they didn't chain and get a strong, powerful chains through the core of the base and just fallen short, which they put up 14 stars in the previous war. Are they going to be able to try to put up something similar to that? Or to Team Elevate come through and push through with their defenses? We're going to have to see, because they are coming in as the number 1 seed, Woody.
This is really great news for Team Elevate, a squad that has been relying on their base building, has been in the game for a really long time, but has had some changes up in their roster. We've seen Eve Mark, Eve Kale before, players who have competed on the world stage, but new faces in guys like Eve Mutta, who were previously too young to compete in the pro scene, but have now aged on up, have tons of experience, and are ready to be the rookies to take it all this season.
Absolutely. Now, Eve Kali, the captain of Team Elevate, coming in with the Drag Bat. He does actually have 1 Dragon Rider, which probably has one specific purpose: to pick off maybe a defense or something, maybe even distract a Wizard Tower on the outside to protect for those bats. We'll just have to wait to find out. There are the scatter and double multis inside the space here, Woody.
Eve Cullen might be the most storied and experienced player on this team, having competed at the ESL 1 Hamburg in 2019, where the first Clash of Clans World Finals was held. He is a veteran of this squad and knows the importance of building a strong and functioning team. He's going to be bringing an attack strategy that we've seen quite a bit of this month so far, but not going quite so heavy on that Dragon Rider, instead preferring for a bit more of an old school mass drag attack, but with plenty of loons to back it up. A fantastic entry point here as he demolished that right side corner. The top got cleaned out as well with that Electro Dragon, and he is now on a landing pad straight through the core. Big range spell is going to heat that base up, Carbon.
Yeah, and that Inferno Drag... Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. That Dragon Rider is trying to take out the Scatter. Not going to be able to do it because it did get hit by a Seeking Air Mine. but the Town Hall gets frozen. He doesn't have any more rages, and he's avoiding the Town Hall, unfortunately. He needs that to go down.
But the bats, he's got 6 bat spells. That is the coup de grace, the big final finishing move. Eve Kala has got to time it perfectly and make sure that they are well protected from any splash damage. Got to get that Town Hall down. There's a lot of damage coming out from the Inferno Beams. But here come the bats on the top corner. Knock down that Tesla. Moving in on the Archer Tower. He still has got another air defense and an Archer Tower back behind, but with a minute for cleanup, I think he's got it, Carbon.
Oh, he does indeed. He uses the freeze in the back end, Archer Tower, and Tesla. The E-Dragon is actually still alive from the very start of the attack. Eve Kali, the captain for Team Elevate, coming through to get this one done. He's got the experience because he is part of 11 Original, who did actually win the Town Hall 12 Cup back the other year. And unbelievable. There it is, the 3-star from Eve Kali. Beautiful drag bat attack right there.
I can't hear the crowd, but I know they are going wild.
Absolutely.
I know everyone in my
incredible.
house
We were seeing the replay.
Congratulations
of the
to Eve
bat
Kali.
coming through, taking out that air defense and grabbing the Archer Tower as well on the back end, and just easily clears it, grabs that value. Taking a look at the finishing stats right there. The drag bat, using the dragons, the balloons, the rage, bats, and freezes. Did sneak in a Dragon Rider in there as well, Woody.
Well, it is a howling good time to see those 3-star hits. Congratulations to Eve Kali. Really great start for Team Elevate. Happy to see them pulling off a big one right after that great defensive win. So, I mean, they're the first seed for a good reason, and I think that we are going to see even more great things coming from them. But let's switch things back to NY Amazing. This squad has got a lot of experience, and even though they're relatively new on the competitive scene as a team, I think that NY Nyan, as a 3-star hitter from just the previous war, is going to be ready to send the firepower back, starting off early with that first star already claimed.
Town Hall goes down to the Super Wizards right there, having the balloons and Baby Dragon just behind to help clear, potentially setting up that funnel. Didn't actually lure out any of the clan castle, so he's gonna try to charge his way through. But remember, he does have a poison. Notice at the bottom of his army, there's 2 archers, which is what you take if you're coming in with dragons in case you accidentally pull out a Lava Hound. You can move it off to the corner in the base.
A little bit slow with this second attack. We gotta get those dragons in there fast. This is a massive big base, widely spread out, and with the CC troops coming in as well, that's going to be another stumbling block for NY Nyan. But this squad has already taken down the Town Hall, so no fears about the 1-star failure that we saw earlier. That's not going to happen here. It's going to be a sweep from the bottom corner, probably counterclockwise around this right side. He's already gotten one of those Inferno Towers down, but 2 of them set to multi are going to start burning up quick, Carbon. What are the big worries that you might have for this sort of attack? I still 2 big air defenses on the top corner.
Yeah, he's got those air defenses. The Tesla just popped, so he has to be really careful when he decides to drop the Royal Champion, but does heal up the Dragon into the core by the multi-target Inferno. Are we going to see some red air bombs? Yes, indeed, right there in the middle, typically away from those air defenses. Uses the invisibility spell. Is that for the King and the Dragon Rider down bottom side? But the enemy RC should be going down. Rages up over the scatter shot, and he needs this RC to have her ability and clutch up the backside of this base, but it's not looking like it's too strong just yet. Hopefully he can keep her alive.
I think it's just about withering out, Carbon Fin. Unfortunately, once again, NY Nyan and the team from Amazing are really struggling against the base building from Elevate. This last hope here at the end, the Royal Champion strikes in. The invisibility spell helped cloaking her for just a bit longer, but I don't know if these pets are going to be enough. You know, pets can be really troublesome sometimes, Carbon Fin, but I think that the last 2 out here on the top side are not going to be too much trouble for this base to deal with. Finding a little bit more finishing blow on the top side with just a few more defenses left. It's going to be another 2-star finish, unfortunately, for Amazing.
Oh, yeah. Those pets can be unpredictable, especially when you have the Yak beating through different walls. Maybe what you didn't want to get through. The Owl and the Yak are the final ones to grab up a little bit more percentage, putting up 90 right there for NY Amazing. But Team Elevate are looking really strong, especially on the defensive side. The raged up invisibility Super Wizards took the Town Hall down, but that backside of the base with the air defenses just was way too much.
Look, these builds are just incredible from Team Elevate, and I know that we're going to hear a lot more from our analysts after this segment finishes, but it's really worth remembering that the preparation for these events doesn't even just start like in the days before. It starts in the weeks and months before, studying the metagame, learning about what sort of layout will be able to counter what attacks you expect to try to hit it. We've talked previously about trying to bait out certain attacks, but when you face off against a base this powerful, I don't even know. It's not even like baiting a particular attack. It's really well constructed against a wide range of different offensive options, and it's like not even the 3-star versus 2-star defense potential. It just looks like a giant cube of annihilation.
Yeah, and now we have Eve Carlito that wants to come in here, Woody, but one of the craziest stats that I have probably ever read when we asked, well, hey, how many accounts do you have and you actively play on? Well, guess how much Eve Carlito said? He said 29 accounts.
Oh my
And he has town halls ranging from all different levels. But 29, you can form your own clan at that much. That's absolutely incredible.
I don't even know how you could manage 29 accounts. I feel like all I would be doing all day, every day is cycling between different accounts and hitting collectors, because by the time you get back to the first one, your shields are going to be running out and you're going to be needing to do additional attacks again. It's all you would be able to do all the time. And yet somehow he does it and manages to get at the very top of the current high-level metagame. Eve Carlito from Team Elevate looking to cement the lead for his squad. Now coming in hot with another Skybrid hybrid Dragon Rider army, holding on to those 5, waiting for this Queen Charge into the core. We've seen a few Queen Charge failures so far today, Carbon, but I think that this one looks a lot better controlled. Rage is up on the healers, keeping that Queen high as she can, but having to pop that ability right in the core. I think the timing is working out pretty well for him, and he's accomplishing all his main objectives. What do you think?
Yeah, the Queen, as long as she stays alive, doesn't have the jump for her, but these Dragon Riders are pushing their way around from the left side, going to help take down this Eagle Artillery with this Stone Slammer. But the Queen, where are you going? You got to come back to the core to help go to the scatter, but finds a Rider about the Dragon Rider's going to be going down. Wait, no, what? Look at these healers pulling these traps. Can the builder's just repairing the scatter, and it goes down, unfortunately.
Brutal finish for the Queen, trying to finish off that Tesla farm out in the top corner, but not going to be able to get it done. Nevertheless, though, pulling a couple of those Seeking Air Mines with those healers was pretty good news for these Dragon Riders, who certainly didn't want to have to encounter them on their own. They're going to target specifically onto enemy defenses, and, there's still 3 of them left, maybe 2 now that that one went down. They're getting awfully hurt, but this is a nice chunk of damage out of the base. Not going to be able to keep that 3-star dream alive, but staying ahead of NY Amazing nonetheless, and keeping the percentage well into the 80s at this point. Looking for some strong cleanup, but yeah, just the point defenses on the outer edge. That Tesla farm was ultimately the death knell for Carlito's strike.
Unfortunate, finishing off in the mid 80s here for Team Elevate, but still, we have the 3-star that came in from Eve Kali, the captain of Team Elevate. So they're looking to just keep adding the percentage, because their defenses have been holding strong right here. And unfortunate, not able to get that one right there. But Eve Carlito, he is actually a base builder there for Team Elevate. And he's hoping to try, instead, he's not going to get the triple, but can his bases and helping Team Elevate defend.
Take another pop and look at that replay right through the core. Dragon Riders doing their best to finish off the remaining defenses, but just couldn't get that scatter shot down. Scatter shot in the builder huts too, keeping everything tip-top shape in the center. They sure can build bases, and we've seen them take them down before, but this new Town Hall is turning out to be, I think, a little defense-leaning in terms of overall performance. At the very top level, when we get to like the top 4-5 clans in the world, I think defenses are really starting to hold up a bit higher relative to offense. The hit rates seem to go down the further we get in this tournament, Carbonfin.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the update did come out with defenses upgrades, archer towers, wizard towers, giant bombs, red air bombs, which makes a huge difference. Just the smallest thing. And a lot of times, I'm right now currently upgrading only my traps first because those things play a huge role, things that players do not expect because they can't see them when they hit your base. But either way, Milano representing Italy, the only player from Italy here in the qualifiers, looking to come in with the 7 E-Dragons. And Milano actually did say that his favorite attack was indeed the 8 Electro Dragons.
Oh my god, and he is wasting no time at all. Cowabunga it is then. Milanello right into the breach with all the Electro Dragons and balloons he can muster. A double set of rages on the far outside. Instantly taps the Eternal Tome. But does he have the distance in him to make it all the way back to the outside? I think that they've really been slowed down a lot. And because they're so clumped up, they could be taking a lot of splash damage. Scatter shot starting to lock on it now, and finally as they spread out, we're going to see a bit of a better chance at taking that town hall down. But wow, what a hot and heavy entry point for Milanello.
Yeah, sending the Royal Champion now in the backside from the top. And can the town hall be going down? The E-Dragons in the core have that up. The town hall finally goes down to the Sneaky Goblins. But there's quite a bit still up in the middle, which the E-Dragons probably were supposed to be responsible for taking out while the Royal Champion pushes her way around.
Just abrupt chaos on the entry point, smacking into the top right side of this base with all of his might, thrusting forth, but ultimately couldn't get to the finish line. The 2-star for NY Amazing as our sole Italian competitor on the field is once again going to come up short. A squad that was looking for a perfect war in round 1 has now yet to get the triple, Carbon.
Yeah, and not only yet to get a 3-star, but this is going to be below 80%. That is really going to bring the average down. They put up 14 stars in their very first war against KOG, and now they are trying they can't even muster a triple in their first 3 attacks. That is unfortunate, but are we going to have to credit really Team Elevate's defenses for really stepping up here? I guess we'll have to be finding out for the rest of the qualifiers, but still, we have to give credit to Eve Carlito's defense. He wasn't able to get a triple of his own attacks, but his defense stood strong.
I really do think, to answer your question, yes, the answer is Team Elevate's defenses are just out of this world. When you have a squad that just like less than an hour ago picked up 14 stars and a 95% 2-star for the nearly perfect war, and then they find themselves smashing their face time and time and time again against bases and coming up short, it's got to be the bases, man. That's the only difference in this setup. I think Team Elevate's defenses are what have put them in the #1 seed spot and what seem to be carrying them on to the winners bracket finals if they can just keep up the good work with their next 3 hits.
Yeah, we're not out of it just yet because now we have Eve Mark from Team Elevate coming in with his own queen. I would say more of a Zap Queen, a charged dragon attack. And he's looking to start this queen charge down south at 6 o'clock, trying to get all this value right here because he did say that Queen Charge Lalo is one of his favorite attacks. But Queen Charge Lalo, Queen Charge Dragon, or Dragon Rider, it's similar. But the thing is, you don't have to worry about using hounds, balloons for potential Lalo attacks. You can send the Dragon Riders to target defense to defense. And he gets plenty of practice in each day because he does have 3 Town Hall 14 accounts.
Bit of a terrifyingly late drop on those healers, but he keeps the Archer Queen nice and healthy after all, raging them up and charging straight through the Town Hall. First star is claimed, and now we get down to the dirty work. Barbarian King charging in that cracked container up on the top left side. That compartment has a single target Inferno, which unfortunately for Mark is going to be heating up pretty fast. Drops a spell to protect for just a little bit longer, and a freeze as well on top. That King is actually going to be going places after all.
Yeah, he used the invisibility spell on the outside to force the King to go into the middle towards that compartment to help clear it. So now here comes the Stone Slam on the bottom side of the base, staying away. And the Town Hall Poison spell is now gone, so he doesn't have to worry about it hitting onto his Queen. But now he's pushing his way towards the multi. Hopefully his Queen can make her way towards the core multi-target Inferno, because the Dragon Riders are now down, assisted with the Warden and the Royal Champion.
top tech with those spells, and right on the mark. Eve is going to be continuing their push through, trying to find another triple, and I think that they might be well on their way. Just still a bit worried about this Eagle artillery out on the far side. Difficult to reach, but they are making a beeline straight for it. The entire core has been gutted now, and a great rage spell catches nearly the entirety of the army. Archer Queen out back is going to get slowed down once again on walls, but that's still a big aerial army swooping through, targeting straight onto the Eagle. Now the world champion gets a few shots off on her own, and we are chain and lightning with that little Electro Owl doing his best, flapping above. 48 seconds left, though, and I'm starting to worry if this is going to wind up being a time fail issue, Carbon.
Yeah, with only about 40 seconds left in the raid, the world champion doesn't have her ability anymore, so she's going to get picked off. The Queen staying alive. We still have the air defense that could pick off this coordinate if he gets close. 30 seconds. The Queen's going to have to beat through another set of walls. And this is not looking good for time here, Woody.
Just so slow, unfortunately. These walls maxed out are tricky to get through, especially when you're trying to make your way all the way through the base. I mean, it's tough enough to crack through with wall breakers, but when you have to go from one side completely all the way through the base to get out into the other, I mean, she got incredible value with this Queen. It's got to be said that the walk was fantastic, but ultimately a bit too far to ask of her to finish. Archer Tower will stand in the end, and E-Mark is going to be sent packing with a 2-star 96%. One of the most impressive hits that failed to reach the 3-star mark. Loved the setup for that attack, just a little slow in the end.
Yeah, that's the one unfortunate thing about the Queen Charge Dragon Riders is time. If you don't start this Dragon Riders in time, you're going to be falling into a lot of time fails. But hey, you have to be patient so that the Dragon Riders can get the defenses around the base that you set up from your Queen Charge. It's just attack, and this is where we would love to see more time added to the clock. But hey, that's what makes these players the best in the world. They have to manage that, and that's where the defenses come in. Hopefully they can try to charge through it, but the name of the game for Team Elevate right now is their defenses. Can they keep NY Amazing from even getting their first triple here in the second round?
I mean, even with a triple at this point, Team Elevate is pretty far ahead on percentage, and I think NY Amazing would have to really get back-to-back triples, or get the unimaginable 1-star from Team Elevate. We've only seen a single 1-star hit from the Clash of Clans World Championship so far this year. I mean, it was earlier today, but would not at all expect that from who Team Elevate have remaining on their roster. Let's switch gears, though, because we're going back to LP. Let me say this with all due gravitas. LP is from the 2019 World Finals Championship team. This is a world champion attack you are now watching, ladies and gentlemen. The Queen Charge into the bottom corner is virtually guaranteed to grab that Town Hall, and the setup for the Dragon Riders coming in shortly after is looking pretty good.
It's looking really... I'm feeling great here, especially with LP attacking. Just wait a second, Queen, come back to the Town Hall. Queen, where are you going? No! Oh, Queen's going the wrong way. Oh, he doesn't even have a jump. Oh, no. I can't imagine. I don't think he's going to try to charge the Queen this way. But here we go. Good luck pulling out a little bit of the CC. LP, what are you going to do to adapt? The Town Hall did actually activate from the death of the balloon there. So he still is not looking too bad as long as he can target it.
I feel like all I got to say is something is pretty reliable, and all of a sudden that is virtually guaranteed to not happen.
Right.
Nevertheless, LP will certainly have a plan B, but will that plan B keep him in possibility, in contention for that triple? He's starting his main attack now with just 1 minute and 18 seconds left, and you got to figure that that's not enough time to get the 3-star. He doesn't even have the first star on the board, and he's almost 2 minutes in. So a really well-planned attack, but the execution from that Queen just, I think, really threw him for a loop, and he's now just going to have to rush in and see how much damage he can ultimately do.
He uses the Warden ability on the Stone Slammer, which the Town Hall is going to do damage to it. No, it doesn't do the damage, but the poison is now going to affect it out. The Stone Slammer does pop, and the Eagle Artillery is just not going down. It's taking forever, and these balloons from the Stone Slammer just will get shredded from that poison. And this is another lower percent 2-star for NY Amazing, and just Team Elevate's defenses have just been shining here.
Well, I guess we have seen the toppling of a giant, man. The Goliath NYLP, a former world champion, not able to keep that 3-star ball rolling. And with that, NY Amazing are going to falter on their 4th hit. A big opportunity for Team Elevate to just seal the deal. Another triple from them will virtually shut NY Amazing out and send them down to the lower bracket. Our number 1 seed team seems well positioned to take it all with their next strike, Carbon.
They are looking really strong on the defensive side of the game. Does it come to the scouting that they have been doing from all the previous experience that they have? Because the clan family for Team Elevate is deep. They have so many pros that's part of the family that has the experience. So I'm sure they helped Team Elevate test many bases for this qualifiers, for any of the matches that they were going to face. They had it ready for KOG, had it ready for NY Amazing, and it's showing right now.
Well, we certainly do want to give a shout out to some of the base builders from Team Elevate competing right now. Carlito, Vision, and Eve Mutta have all been working really hard to get these set up. And I mean, this is just the first level of competition for Team Elevate. A success here, and they would still have at least another couple of wars that they'd have to fight to get that golden ticket. I'm really excited to see what else they have got in store for us. But switching from defense to offense now, Mutta will be going straight into the mud now on the bottom corner here, setting his funnel up with a charge straight in, not committing the healers just yet, waiting for maybe a couple of heroes to go in before he does. Maybe find a Seeking Air Mine on the outside with some loons. No, he's just going to drop them in. All right, the hard drop going in fast, Carbon.
Oh, he was forced that queen ability right there, unfortunately. Does still have the Unicorn Honor, but look at all this damage on him. Is he got the freeze? Yes, he freezes up the enemy queen, the cannon, the Eagle Artillery. But if this queen can stay alive, getting this value is going to be critical, huge. But the queen is still not onto the enemy queen right now. Another rage spell is being deployed, Woody.
Already popped the ability, and that's going to require another free spell to slow her down. Mutta will be able to finally finish off that compartment, but he has paid a pretty hefty price. Now, this could still all be going according to plan. That might have been a spare spell he was holding on to, but this is a big investment early on, and in order for it to pay off, he's going to have to get this positioning just perfect. Pulls out the CC, and it's going to be a lot of hounds slowing things down right in the core. Maybe not at the best time for Mutta, as he's got a multi-target Inferno starting to burn things up now, but clutch invisibility spell will help him out a bit. Going to knock down a few more defenses with that world champion up top. And he's still got a good head on his shoulders, but needs to get this attack going in fast. He's only got 1:20, and we are once again running up against the clock.
Yeah, the queen, unfortunately, the problem is he's got no queen. Wait a second. He's got no queen ability. She's looking like she's going down here. The Town Hall, Woody, is on the top side of the base. He's got a blimp. So if that blimp does not secure the Town Hall, this is going to be a super risky attack, and he sends it in. Get ready for the Warden ability.
Well, all right then, he is down and freaky. He is ready to open up his can of Scatman John. Sends in the last strike from Hell's Heart, ready to stab straight at the tornado spell, spinning that battle blimp around. But fortunately for Mutta, still has plenty of hit points. Gets the troops onto the Town Hall, but he doesn't have any spells to support. They're going straight in for some hits. Balloon's doing their best to support.
Yes!
Boom! And bloom for Milanella, the last hope of defending against Eve Mutta. The Town Hall finally falls.
It just barely went down there to the sneaky goblins. Luckily, they did not backtrack to the clan castle and went directly for that Town Hall to secure the 2-star, meaning we're going into the final set of attacks, and Team Elevate will have a 1-star advantage plus percentage, which means they are looking really good. NY Amazing must 3-star to really put it up against Team Elevate. But dang, this blimp and the sneaky goblins, he was just so focused and calm through it. He was able to get the tunnel down and secure at least that to be safe for Team Elevate.
Carbon, my heart would have been pounding if I were Mutta in that situation. And yeah, he's just kind of looks like he's shrugging it off as if there was never any fear in his heart at all. Didn't come away with the triple that he seemed to be aiming at, but it looked scarily close to getting a 1-star finish. So happy for him that the Battle Blimp managed to be able to crack through and keep Team Elevate with their heads above water. We've only got another couple of attacks left in this war. The upper bracket will see our first seeded team in the driver's seat for the final strike. N.Y the last round in the chamber for Amazing to try to get this thing back in the win column.
And he must, absolute must, get a 3-star here to really put it up, because Team Elevate, even a 3-star, Team Elevate still can win off of 2-star percentage. If he doesn't triple, then all Team Elevate got to do is get a 50% 2-star. They're walking away as the victors here in the second round. Remember, this is double elimination. If you lose, you are not out. You still have a second chance in the competition here for trying to get that golden ticket. But he's charging the queen in towards the tunnel, pulls out the super minions. You have to deal through a lot here, Woody, including the enemy world champion.
A lot of space to move around, though. Fortunately for this queen, she shouldn't get caught up on walls too early on. That could mean a lot of value for N.Y who has been watching surely the entirety of these matches so far and seeing queens slow down so many times. That is not going to happen here. I'm more worried about her taking too much damage and ultimately getting killed. He's got to keep a close eye on her, but no time to waste. Sends in the battle blimp to give a little bit more of an oomph straight toward the town hall, even though it's already down. N.Y setting up for the main stage of the attack, though, with just one Lava Hound waiting in the wings to add on to this strike. Take a look at where the air defenses are. You can see one in the bottom corner and one in the bottom left side of the base as well. That's going to be a long march for these loons to make it all the way to them.
And now here comes the lava, push its way into the scatter shot. The Lava Hound actually flew over the Tesla farm and actually didn't pull any traps, surprisingly enough. But now this queen can loop her way back to grab a multi, a scatter shot, tons of value through here. Well, get ready for the defending queen. Is going to do a massive amount of work. Pops that warden ability to have these headhunters try to clear the enemy queen.
If he gets that queen to take down the enemy multi-target Inferno, that could be huge value as the Blues are pathing right over it. But no!
Oh.
A skeleton trap on defense for Eatmark. The perfect stalling tactic. And balloons are popping down left and right. That is going to be just enough to guarantee Mark a victory on defense. I don't see any way for N.Y to be able to salvage it at this point.
Well, he's got the back end multi. 38 seconds left. The king burns his ability finally. The queen can take the jump to the backside. Wait, queen! No, don't go to the queen platform. Go to the multi-target Inferno. One loon left. Drop it maybe for the win. Finds the tornado trap. We still got 24 seconds here, Woody.
Can he? Can he do it after all? Queen makes her way over thanks to that jump spell and is still pummeling away at this face, hammering down with everything.
Wait.
He's got the biggest force remaining left. Just 10 seconds to do it, though.
Queen.
Has he done it after all? It's not a chance. It can't be it. 4 seconds. Retarget now. Everything you've got. Schwei. Get in there.
Oh, a 99% 2-star. Not able to. Queen, there was an opening in the wall to the top side. Why did you walk around instead? The classic looking to beat through the wall and get that multi-target Inferno. How close was that end right there, Woody?
Hashtag not my queen. The king was the real leader of that bunch. He had his sword straight on target while the queen was still trying to get her pants on straight. But unfortunately for Schwei, that's going to mean a 2-star 99%. The only hopes that this squad really had at being able to pull off a victory. Not a single triple coming hot off the heels of what looked to be a nearly perfect war for NY Amazing. I don't want to call it too soon because they are still going to be going down potentially to the lower bracket, but it seems like the mighty have really fallen here, Carbon.
From the first performance to now taking on the #1 seed, putting up 14 stars, and then being completely flipped on its head and not tripling a single base. Man, we really have to give credit to Team Elevate's defenses as the #1 seed coming in and really shining. But we now have some Super Wizards and P.E.K.K.A.s. If we think back, Team Elevate was heavily picked against in the viewer voting, and everyone was saying the NY Amazing was going to take it, but Team Elevate is definitely flipping all that on their heads.
Well, they sure have, proving why they were the #1 seed. Sorry to say it to fans of Team NY Amazing. You might have seen them do amazing things in War 1, but Team Elevate have just taken it up to another level. If you'll forgive the pun, they have a meaningful name to be sure, because they are up and up in the upper bracket. With just a 2-star or a 1-star 64%, they will guarantee victory over a squad that seemed to be the fan favorite. E-Vision now cracking in with a big, heavy, ground-based offensive. P.E.K.K.A smashing straight through and not going to waste any time on his path toward that Town Hall battle. Blip flying straight over and ready to get the connection here, Carbon.
He's looking to secure that 2-star. The Blimp makes it to Town Hall. Does not need to invest a rage spell because it looks like he's got sneaky goblins to help secure it. The first star's been locked up. The second star is about to be secured. There it is. E-Vision grabs the 2-star. No matter what, Team Elevate is going to be advancing over N.Y Amazing to the next round. Congratulations, but he's still looking to put up a 3-star. Down goes the Royal Champion. The Queen and the P.E.K.K.As do beat through the wall on the left side of the space.
Really impressive job here from Team Elevate, holding the line in all 5 attacks from a stellar squad. Amazing, just unable to get a triple even a single time against them. That is just the brick wall defense from Team Elevate. Congratulations to them for their advancement at the top of the upper bracket, but Vision, boy, man, he might even just put the nail in the coffin right here and now. 45 seconds left for cleanup, and he still has quite a bit of force left to try to get into that bottom compartment. A single target Inferno, really the only thing that could cause any problems at all here, but with still a pretty impressive force here with some archers out in front to provide a little bit of insulation. I think he's got the triple, Carbon.
That single target Inferno, though, the walls are open on the bottom side. The Warden step out of the single Warden. No! Warden, come back. Don't go into it.
Keep your cool.
The Queen and some archers. The single doesn't have too much help, but the Queen... Oh, no.
Just stay out of the range of the single Queen. You can do it.
Wait.
Hey, he's got a P.E.K.K.A to protect.
He's got it.
They're going straight in.
He's got it. He's got
Pop,
it.
lock,
it's a
and drop it. The triple and the fist pump. Show us those guns, E-Vision. You have well earned it.
GG, 12 stars, 94% average destruction. But the true highlight